Woo child, 2025 isn't even 5 days old yet, but I am definitely doing some different things in 2025. Like 2024, it was not easy for me. Vulnerable moment, transparency moment. 2025 knocked me on my black ass. It really did. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Tanisha Mercer. I help Black women solo travel and move abroad. I moved to Paris in 2023 officially. Um, if you'd like to know more, make sure you hit the subscribe button. But yeah, 2024 was not my friend. But 2025, I'm doing some things differently. In this video, we're going to talk about the things I'm doing differently this year. Number one, I'm being more vulnerable on this channel, on this YouTube. Yes, right here. I talked about my journey somewhat. Those of you who follow me, you may know that in February 2024, I lost my job in tech. There have been, gosh, so many tech jobs. And I forget the exact number. I read it in a story sometime last year, of the record-breaking number of tech jobs that have been lost. And yeah, I was one of those people, so I'm being more vulnerable about my job loss, about my life here in Paris, about what I'm doing, almost being out of work for 1 year. This has been the longest I have ever been voluntarily out of work. Like, I am the 2 job girly. Okay. I am the girly who has the full-time job and the business, right? Or two. So this has definitely been different for me, has been a life-changing and humbling experience. I'm 50. I'm 50. So yeah, I'm a whole half century old. So that is another thing that has been an interesting experience. Many of the jobs that, number one, you're seeing a whole lot of ghost jobs, right? You're seeing ghost jobs. You're seeing jobs that don't officially exist. Used to be, I can go on LinkedIn and find me a piece of something, whether it was freelance, contract, or whatever. Contract typically being 40 hours a week, but right now, contract jobs are the main ones that are hiring. It is difficult to get a FTE or full-time employment role. Now, the contract jobs and what I do in tech and user experience are typically, they're typically full-time, and actually you usually get a higher salary rate, because you aren't typically, the company isn't paying for your benefits, right? So yeah, jobs are not hiring. The job market in 2024, trash, right? Poubelle. I guess that's the word, the French word for trash. Basura, the Spanish word for trash. Whatever words you want to use, it has been trash, and I have been the victim of that, right? So I have been, interviewing, going through the interviewing loop. There are way more interviews than there used to be, even for senior level professional roles. And I will go more into this in another video. But yeah, even for senior level roles, they're asking for a lot more. In the field that I'm in, user experience, basically I write and manage digital interfaces and content design. And I work on product development teams. I work within the healthcare, banking, telecom, retail, insurance space. I work within regulated industries, typically also for federal and state governments. So my resume, I've been doing this officially since like 2010. Really, if you want to go back, like 2006, right? So I've been doing this for a minute, y'all. Like, I've been doing this for a minute. I've been seeing the ups and downs of the markets. 2 years ago, they were throwing money at us. Okay. They were literally throwing money. Now it's difficult to get one job, much less multiple. It's way more difficult. So there are more interviews, more hoops to go through. Some of these positions for senior level, they're asking you to complete projects, sample projects, spec projects, It is an employer's market. It's not an employee's market, right? So everything can change. Also, you got AI, right? You got AI. So AI has taken some of the things that I would have done from a consulting point of view. Remember, I'm the girlie who's had a business, 28 employees, all of that, had a media consulting company, digital consulting company, digital marketing, branding, all of that. And I'm telling you, a lot of the things that I would have typically, projects that I typically would have been on, now AI is kind of taking those. So I'm in the beat. If you can't beat them, you need to join them. So I actively use AI daily. I'm actively reskilling, upskilling, learning about more about AI and content design, and making sure my skills are fresh so that my next project, consulting project, role, or whatever, I really want that to be in AI. And I have said this for a number of years. Unfortunately, the employers that I was working for did not at that time really embrace some of the new technology. And you'll find corporate America, it's still going to be kind of slow. But I'm working on, again, being more vulnerable, being on this YouTube here and letting folks know, like, yeah, 2024, ooh, it was a bit much. 2025, listen here. I'm not even going to debate. Like, I saw a video talking about whether it's really the new year. The new year really was supposed to start in April. Listen, I don't know. I don't know when the new year was supposed to start. I know all the, oh, Christmas is a pagan holiday. Listen, I get it. I get it. I understand it. All I know is that 2025, or whatever you call the new year, or whatever, even if this is not officially 2025, because if you go by the Ethiopian calendar, this isn't, I don't know what year they observe this to be, but it's not 2025, right? So whatever year this is, I know that it's got to be different than the last 365. This one, we're not even a weekend. This one has got to be different. Okay, this one has got to be different. So I am, again, being more vulnerable, sharing my hard days, my tough days. I'm here in Paris. It is the winter time. Paris in the wintertime is incredibly depressing. It is gray, it is cold, it is wet, it is damp, all of those things. And even though I'm in the city that I love, in the wintertime, baby, it is a challenge. It is a whole challenge. And being out of work, it is a challenge. I have been kept, I feel like this past year, definitely in a lot of ways, I have, even though being out of work, I have definitely gotten some blessings, right? Financial blessings. I am grateful for that. I am grateful for people who are like, hey, I'll ask and see if they're hiring, check this website. People sending me, openings. One of my, my followers and friends on this channel, we've been talking for, goodness, more than two years now. And she is now in France. And you never know, like, what, I try to be a good person because you never know. She literally sent me a text and was like, hey, I know somebody who needs some work done, who, I'm going to share your information, send it over to me. You never know. Like, you never know who people know. So that's kind of the space that I'm in right now. I am working on being grateful, even for the tough stuff, right? Even for the hard stuff. I know that things have got to get better. I'm working on upskilling, learning some new things, doing some different stuff. Because the one thing I'm like, okay, it'll be 12 months in February. I can't keep, I got to do some different things. So what does that look like for me? Maybe that looks like more project management roles. Maybe that means, I don't know, maybe that's dipping out of the tech space for a minute. At this point, I need to bring in some money. That's where we are at with it. I need to bring in some money. At the same time, I am waiting on my visa. Where is my visa? Like, it expired December 31st. I have not heard anything from these French people. I'm assuming no sign is a good sign. I'm hoping y'all don't start nothing. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing, right? So I need to reach out to my attorney to see where I am with that. But I'm working on this year being grateful, being more positive. It is difficult. It's difficult. I'm not going to lie. It's probably, yeah, this is the longest time I have been without work. And I thought about it, it's like trying to reframe it, working with my therapist. She's helping me kind of reframe some things because she's like, well, you've had multiple jobs in the past and this may be your time to rest. And I'm like, yeah, it might be my time to rest, but I'm not the one wanting the rest. This was not voluntary, right? This was involuntary. It would have been different if it was. And I also had to remind myself that I was willing to move to France without a job. I had to give up a very well-paying job to move here. Okay, that job would not let me work internationally. Another job that I had allowed me to work internationally. So that's the one that I kept coming here. But initially, I was prepared not to work for anybody or not to do anything. So I try to remind myself of that too, but I'm looking at, I'm looking at my bank account. Okay, I'm looking at the bank account. So this video, again, this is kind of where my mind is where my head is at. January, what is today's day? It is January the 4th. Saturday, I'm about to say Sunday, Saturday, January the 4th. So we're going to make this YouTube thing happen. Stay tuned to more live YouTube lives. I'm going to re-implement that. Also doing one post a day. So whether that is a live post, whether that is a caption, whether that is a short or a regular YouTube video, get ready to see my face every day, right? 5 days a week now, 5 days a week. So putting more effort and intention into YouTube. The one thing I will say, this community, I started this a year ago in December of last year. And to be a place where Black women could get together. Black women, our primary audience is Black women who want to travel and move abroad, right? But you all have been my source of community as I'm going through this. People in this community who going through my funk late last year, I stopped posting, was real sporadic. People that I'm like, hey girl, you okay? I've had 2 people to reach out, 2-3 people, more than that actually, to say, hey, you okay? Everything all right? I haven't seen your post. Haven't seen you post. Is everything okay? I'm just, yeah, I appreciate that. You don't know how much. People have really inboxed me. They've texted me. They've asked how I'm doing. So I really appreciate that so very much. So yeah, it's more about me being vulnerable, me sharing some things, because I share some stuff, but I kind of don't. So a friend of mine was telling me, we are both out of work. We are both, she's 51 and she's like, T is my nickname. She's like, you got to share your story. And I really haven't. I say little bits and pieces, but she's like, you have got to share your story. And I know that I do. I know that I do. So this is an effort at doing that, sharing my story, sharing kind of where I'm at. Stay tuned to more daily updates of my life here in Paris and all that comes with it, right? My crazy life here in Paris. So I've got some exciting news to announce in the next couple of weeks, like a week or so. I'll announce it. But yeah, stay tuned to this channel. If you have not subscribed, I need you to hit the subscribe button. All right, share this channel with all of your little friends. That is one way to help me as a Black woman YouTube creator. Comment, like, and share. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go. It's a cold Saturday morning. I'm trying to see what I can get into. Okay, I'm gonna go bundle up. All right, I'm gonna go do my hair, right? I'm gonna go get my hair together and I'm gonna go bundle up, get out here and enjoy my Saturday. I think tonight I am going to go out in the Bastille neighborhood and go dancing, and I'm gonna have a good time, y'all. I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy your Saturday.